Chartered accountants, get ready for a higher responsibility to report violations that you come across as part of your work. What we are going to tell you today may put lot of pressure on you whether you are practicing CA or CA in service. You will have to understand it very clearly as it is about your career. We will tell you in detail about the non-compliance with laws and regulations, NOC/LAR. Let's call it NOCLAR for the ease of discussion in this video. NOCLAR comes into effect in less than 6 months. It is applicable from 1st April 2022. NOCLAR was deferred earlier because of the COVID-19 pandemic. You must be aware that there is increasing pressure on those in the audit profession. You know, over 200 auditors have quit listed firms before the end of their tenure over the last 7 years. And now NOCLAR will add to the pressure. Watch this video carefully till end to not miss anything which may affect you in your career. So what is NOCLAR exactly? NOCLAR requires you to report on matters including fraud, corruption, bribery, money laundering, environmental protection, as well as public health and safety. You are required to report the matter to the appropriate authority or potentially face action for violating the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India Code of Ethics. NOCLAR requires organizations to keep their compliance and regulatory system strong from a financial statement disclosure perspective. If a violation is not reported, it may attract disciplinary action. If you are an employee of an organization who is an accountant and not a professional accountant rendering services to the client, you would have to see how material a violation is before determining if it needs to be reported. Whilst there is no quantitative threshold, NOCLAR has a concept of clearly inconsequential. Matters of non-compliance that are clearly inconsequential need no reporting, and this needs to be judged with respect to nature and impact on the entity, its stakeholders, and also general public. Please note this impact can be financial or otherwise. Friends, before moving ahead, we would request you to subscribe to this channel as we keep coming up with such useful videos for chartered accountants regularly. To continue the topic, the MOVE is part of a global movement for greater accountability. The final version became effective in 2017 after global consultations. It sought to provide guidance to accountants on how to act if they came across violations or potential violations. The ICAI had reduced the scope of implementation compared to global standards mandated by global body International Ethics Standards Board for Accountants. Initially, NOCLAR has been made applicable to audit assignments of listed entities with respect to chartered accountants in practice and to employ chartered accountants of listed entities in the ICAI Code of Ethics, as against international body making it applicable to all professional assignments of all clients with respect to chartered accountants in practice and to all employers in case of chartered accountants in service. Further, you are aware that Chartered Accountants Act 1949 has strict provisions pertaining to clients' confidentiality. International Federation of Accountants disallows member nations from following less stringent standards than those mentioned in their code unless laws and regulations prevent the same. Accordingly, while converging the NOCLAR, the requirements of further action and disclosure have been modified in the Code of Ethics to the extent they are in line with provisions of the Chartered Accountants Act 1949. Let's understand it better with an example. A senior professional accountant might go to authorities in case of bribery, tax evasion, actions that affect an organization's listed securities or cause a systematic risk to the financial markets, or if an organization is likely to sell products harmful to the public health or safety. The accountant is expected to take various steps, engaging in confidential consultations if required. Ultimately, even a resignation can be tendered. As per Code of Ethics, resigning from the employing organization is not a substitute for taking other actions that might be needed. However, there might be limitations as to the further actions available to the accountant, and in such circumstances, resignation might be the only available course of action. We suggest you to watch these videos about NFRA, which also threaten to affect you as a chartered accountant in practice. What do you think about Knoklar and how you are preparing for it? Let us know. If any further queries on it, put it in the comment section and let's discuss it further. Kindly subscribe to this channel and thanks for watching.